Good morning to all traders and welcome to this Market Insights video on US indices. Today, I'm going to talk about the US index. I'm going to talk about S&P and also Dow. We all know what happened last week after the Jackson Hole Symposium. Of course, the Fed has now changed the targeted inflation to an average number of 2%, which means they will probably allow inflation to overshoot to maybe perhaps 3%. The question, though, that lies here is that how long it will take for inflation to overshoot to 3% or to over 2%, because this is going to determine how long the interest rates are going to remain low for, which means in some sense as well that the dollar, how long dollar is going to remain weak for, okay? Now today is bank holiday. We've had in the UK, we've had some weekend headlines in the US. One is a positive development, the other one is a negative development. Well, first with the positive, good news first, is the FDA head says he is actually willing to fast-track the COVID-19 vaccine that Trump has been pushing for, I don't know, a few days now. And the bad news is that we are having the arrest, civil unrest in the US escalating really between Trump supporters and BLM supporters as well as they clash in Portland. Despite the fact that we do have a bank holiday in the UK, I do expect today's session to be quite volatile. Well, there is two reasons. First of all, the very usual last of the month, end of the month flows. Today is the 31st of August and last day for August. And the other reason is that we had two stock splits on Friday. That was one from Tesla and the one from Apple. It's going to affect mainly the Dow Jones because it's a price-weighted index, right? So we've got Apple price shares now dropped down to a fifth of the usual price. Then Apple is going to go to around the 18th place or so. And the other thing about the Dow is that now with the let's say, expelling Pfizer and some other companies and allowing Salesforce to step in and come into their place, then this means that the technology weighting on the index is going to change as well. So we're going to have a quite interesting change on the Dow Jones and how it operates, how the prices are calculated, and I think it's going to be a very, very interesting situation for the Dow. I want to start with the US index though, and then we're going to go on the S&P and then have a look at the Dow. Now, the dollar index, well, I'm still bearish. Okay, we expect 3, 4, and 5. We had 1, 2, 3, and I'm looking now at wave 4. Now, there is two cases for this wave 4. One is an A, B, C, D, and an E. So we expect another move to the downside after we complete wave D, and then down for wave 3 around 90.48, which is a 100 Fibonacci extension of waves 1 and 2, okay? And then after that, we're going to see a very nice retracement. Perhaps this is going to take us, to at least 94.90, I believe, for primary wave 4, and then move to further down, right? The other scenario for this wave 4 is that, well, not wave 4, ideally it might even be done, is that we've had an ABC over here as a flat correction that ended wave 4, and now this is 1, this is wave 2. We're going to see a multi-structural wave 3, 4, and 5 to take out wave 3, right? The other scenario, of course, which is the alternative that we've been looking at over here, is instead of a move to the downside that is impulsive, we'll have a correction, right? And it seems like we're moving in a corrective move that has a low of around 90 or so, okay? Whereas in the previous case, if you have a look at the 161 extension, that has a long-term view for wave 5 at least, right? Around the 85, 95 level, okay? So that's a much more downside room compared to the correction, which is expected, of course, if we think we'll have 5 waves going down instead of 3, right? Now the wave 4 scenario here is the same. One is that this is a flat, so we've got A ended, then B and C, or the other one is that we'll have a triangle here in wave 4 of A, right? Now the question here is, if we ended a wave A here, is this going to be an ABC perhaps? It's going to end, it could be like an ABC flat, it could be an AB and a C expanded because we have an expanded flat over here, or it could just be that short bid that we're seeing now, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It could be like an ending diagonal, because this part looks quite corrective. So I would be looking at the index with interest, and of course according to these scenarios that I have just explained. Now going into the S&P, well, we broke to a new high, as we all know, but last week we'll be looking at this as the new high. Now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as I was expecting, to be honest, but this is going to end around the 36.18. This is the 61.8 Fibonacci extension of cycle waves 3 and 4, right? So this long-term view. So since we've done wave 1 and 2, I'm looking at this now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is going to be wave 3 and wave 4. So ignore this, right? This is just, I didn't move those waves. So we're going to see 3, 4, and 5, right? This is going to be then wave 3 in the minor degree 4 without breaking below this ascending channel. And then a 5 around the 36.18. And this is where we'll be expecting a huge decline. Yes, I will repeat, a huge decline. I'm expecting the indices to fall pretty soon, fairly soon. The other scenario we were looking was that this was a triple zigzag, right? But since we broke above this level, this as a scenario now is failing, okay? What could happen instead is this, that we do indeed move up in some sort of corrective move, but this is going to be a wave B of an expanded flat, either for a running flat around 24.71 or for an expanded flat around 14.42. And Dow Jones, we've been looking at this, well, we ended the triangle down here, open triangle, as we identified last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm looking at the previous high, perhaps a false break as well above it at 29.42. Now, this is a multi-structure move to the upside, right? So I'm expecting, this to me looks like a very nice ending diagonal. I'm expecting, we've done 3 and 4 as well. So I'm expecting this to form a very nice false break and then start falling lower, okay? Now, if this count is wrong, then it means that this is 1 and 2. This is minor 1, minor 2. We're going to see 3, 4, and 5 for intermediate wave 3 here, and then 4 and 5 again. And this is going to take us to, well, at least 13.53, right? Or if we look at a complete alternative, this is, again, the end of a primary wave, cycle wave 3. And this is going to be a flat again, okay? So this is wave A. We're going to see wave B. We're going to see wave C to the 138, okay? This is around the 34.16 or so. And then we're going to move lower, either for a running pattern to 20.92 or for an expanded pattern to the 1100s, okay? For wave C, of course, in the cycle degree. So this will be all for the day. If you have any comments, any questions, or an alternative view, please do comment and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and we will speak again tomorrow.